Mission Impossible Final Reckoning throws us right into the chaos. Ethan Hunt is dealing with this powerful AI that's gotten loose and is quietly taking control of the world's systems. Not just weapons, but communication networks and intelligence agencies, too. Everyone wants to either control it or destroy it, and Ethan's caught in the middle with his team trying to track down this strange key that holds the secret to shutting it all down. The story moves across cities, underwater wrecks, and high-security bunkers, always keeping the pace high. There's a sense that something huge is building, and the team is always one step behind. The action scenes are huge and exactly what you expect from this series. Intense stunts, tight fight choreography, and some really beautiful locations. The returning cast does a solid job, and Tom Cruise is still out here doing his own death-defying scenes like it's nothing. There are a few callbacks to earlier films too, which longtime fans will appreciate. It definitely looks great and feels expensive, and if you're into action set pieces, this movie gives you plenty to enjoy. That said, the movie definitely isn't perfect. It's long and not in a good way. I also have to admit, and I know this sounds a little embarrassing, I just didn't get the whole AI villain thing. The first time through, it confused me. Tried watching again thinking it would make more sense, but nope. And English is my first language, so that's not the issue. It just felt too abstract and complicated for what should have been a sleek spy film. The plot talks in circles sometimes and loses momentum. Compared to the other movies, it's weaker, but if you're a fan of Tom Cruise or just want that classic Mission Impossible action, it's still worth seeing. Squid Game Season 3 picks up with Gi-hoon stepping back into the games. But this time, he's not there to win anything. He's there to bring it all down from the inside. The games are more twisted than ever, and this season leans harder into the emotional and psychological toll it takes on everyone involved. The frontman plays a bigger part too, and we get some backstory on how he got where he is. The whole vibe is darker and more reflective, and it's clear that no one's walking away from this unchanged. The production quality is still top tier. Visually, it has the same bold colors and haunting set design that made the first season stand out. And honestly, the acting in this one is just next level. Lee Jung-jae and Lee Byung-hun carry the whole thing with such weight and control. Even when the story fumbles a bit, they make it work. There are still moments that pull you in emotionally and make you care about what happens next. But I've got to be real. They should have stopped after season 1. It had something special. And this season just doesn't have the same impact. The pacing is all over the place, the story repeats itself in spots, and a lot of the tension feels forced. Some of the choices in the last few episodes didn't land for me, and the ending wasn't satisfying. I respect what they were trying to do, but it's one of those times where continuing the story didn't add much. The acting saves it, but the story's starting to run out of steam. K-pop Demon Hunters is one of those movies I started with zero expectations. The first few minutes, I actually thought about turning it off. It just felt weird and kind of messy. But once it found its rhythm, I got completely pulled in. It's about this K-pop girl group that secretly fights demons while still doing music and performing on stage. It blends flashy idol life with Korean mythology and dark fantasy, and somehow that mix really works. The energy never lets up, and the characters grow on you fast. Visually, it's gorgeous. The animation pops. Bright, clean, and really well done. The fight scenes are fun, the songs are catchy, and I honestly loved how the 3 main girls felt like actual friends. What made me love it even more was the derpy tiger side character. He's hilarious and adorable, and his little friendship with the magpie had me smiling every time they showed up. It totally changed how I felt about the movie. By the end, I was all in. The biggest issue, though, is the ending. Everything moves at a great pace, and then the final act just rushes through all the big stuff. There were moments that could have hit harder if they had more time to breathe, and a few characters kind of disappear without any real wrap-up. Even with that, I still think it's one of the more exciting animated films to come out lately. It's playful, creative, and way more memorable than I expected. Honestly, this is the kind of project that makes Disney and Pixar look like they've got some catching up to do. Sony really raised the bar here. If you're still here, you're so awesome. Please like and subscribe so that I can make more videos for you. See you all later.